With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Dallas Cowboys and the Seattle Seahawks. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's not going anywhere to start the night. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. They'll pitch it out to Elliott. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing, Prescott. He finds his man. It's Austin. Just one catch for him last week in the wild card win, but getting involved early here and picks up the first.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Now they try the right side here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. There for the tackle, Jacob Martin. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
They'll try the sweep with Elliott. A decent run there following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And a big this here as he's taken down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And they'll run it here. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Jeff Heath, the one to bring him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's Wilson. There he goes inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They go play action now. Wilson. Incomplete. Sean Lee, the linebacker, able to get a hand in coverage.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Throwing is Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. In for the score. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, and now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop, offense feeling their momentum that they've generated, and turning it into points on their side. So now you've got a team working together, and you got the crowd involved fully on their side in this ballgame.
And in this playoff atmosphere, that 12th man means even more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And now here come the Cowboys. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Prescott. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. Two minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. They'll run with Elliott. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
On the sneak, it's Prescott. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down.
It's been a good drive so far. They just wanted to keep it going, so they call low-risk, low-reward play. No one's worried about picking up big yardage here. Quarterback sneak, keep the chains moving, and pick up another first down.
Toss left to Elliott. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Tackle coming from the safety, Trey Flowers.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing, Often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Cowboys on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Prescott from the gun. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points, and now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
Tyler Lockett now with a return. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Good jumbo! Good jumbo!
This is Carson. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On first down, Wilson forced out to his left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. He's picked off at his own 46. Following the interception, here's Prescott. Letting one fly deep for... That's caught inside the 20. And with 1 second left, they get the timeout. And they'll have a chance to kick the field goal before intermission. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And this one is right through. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. And they'll go on the ground. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Play action. It's Wilson. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now it's Wilson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. 3rd and 4, he did just enough. I mean, just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. The tackle by Robert Quinn.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. And they'll run it here. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He finds his man, Baldwin. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead is up to 8. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Here we go, 46.
Prescott now on second down. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Now it's Carson. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. They run it with Carson. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead them to fourth down. On now is the kicker, Jason Myers, for the field goal try. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And Myers able to knock it through, and that will extend their lead here to 17-6. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. So Prescott to the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. First down, Prescott. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. They give him a gain of 38.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Steps away to his left. And on the left side, he's got Witten. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he stopped immediately there. The tackle made by K.J. Wright.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. gun. Here's Prescott. And incomplete here on third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And his kick here is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And out now come the Seahawks. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from the opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. To throw is Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. On 2nd down, Wilson flush to his right. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Here's Carson. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Let's get it, let's get it, let's get it.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Whistle's now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. And on the ground they go with the running back. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Here's Wilson. Dancing to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And Myers able to knock it through. And that will extend their lead even further. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Here's Prescott. And got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Good.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Prescott yet again. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 19. Room here to run.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Wilson wants to throw it. Throw left side complete. It's Carson. It's a gain of 15, and that ought to just about put an end to this one.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
He's going to get it running right. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.